Alright, hello again, my darlings. I am successfully doing streaming for 3 days in a row. So far the week is going wonderfully. Going to do a different game tonight, other than Stardew Valley, which is what we've been doing. It is still a game that's very close to my heart. I've played it a couple of times before on my own, but I think it'd be really fun to play live with all of you. So we're going to go ahead and get to it. So, starting off with the game being incredibly imaginative. I can definitely talk. Your player creation screen is a shooting gallery. So if you want to be a woman, if you want to be a man, that changes the name, more names, and just completely randomized. Because you are so very visually different between a man and a woman. You know, we'll go for the male sprite just because it's even more customizable, more androgynous, which I like. But we need a name. We need a name. How about Die? We'll just keep it simple. Die. Dyson. Dyson. I think that's a good name. Hopefully you all agree. What do we think? This is good? Dyson, the nondescript man? Or actually, no, we'll do die. Totally. Hang on. Totally human. Totally human. It won't let me go further than that. Totally human. Meant to be. Die totally human. You like it? Fantastic. Alright, let's get to it. We're ready to get going? Yes, we are. Okay. Let's see here. I had the strangest dream I was choosing a character class. So basically, what these three are is Cowpuncher, your basic tanky, all-in strength kind of thing. Beanslinger, which is magic, and Snake Oil, which is charisma. I'll be honest, I usually go Cowpuncher, Beanslinger. What are we feeling tonight, Chad? What do you think? Cowpuncher, Beanslinger, Snake Oil. Snake Oil is more interesting to play, I guess, but should I strike out and do something I've never done, or stick to the cold comforts? Not cold comforts, old comforts, there we go. That's the word I want to say. You like Puncher? Alright, we will be a Cowpuncher. Cowpunchers solve their problems with their fists, whether it's shaking them at a disagreeable fellow in a disreputable saloon, or using them to punch a slightly more disagreeable fellow in a slightly less reputable saloon. You've heard that cowpunchers are in demand out west since the cows came home, which stands to reason. The cows aren't going to punch themselves after all. And yes, I want to be a cowpuncher. Alright. So here we are in our lovely little room. So obviously the game is not the most visually appealing, although it has its own kind of charm. But what is appealing about it is that so many things are interactable, and so many things are very funny. So I will probably be doing a lot of talking about everything here. Or a lot of narrating, I guess. Commentary. You doing alright, Seafoam? You'll get there. You'll get there. I believe you can spell puncher. I believe in you. You read the spine of one of your books. Floyd Brown and the Mystery of the Cursed Lighthouse. Mom gave me this one a few years ago. Even another title. The Treasure of Rattlesnake Bridge. Dad gave me this one when I was a kid. Jean Brown and the Secret of Cabot Ship. I remember that one. Escape from the Forbidden Jungle. I remember that one. The Secret of the Black Canyon. Rufus liked this one as much as I did. Wyatt Swift and the Curse of the Forbidden Grove. Dad gave me this one when I was a kid. And oh hey, this one might come in handy. You got an item. Walking Stupid. Which I love. It's a good item. It unlocks Walking Stupid as an option, which I just love to do. And of course, after you consume an item, you also get a pop-up screen. And all of those are very hilarious as well. You accidentally drop the book and then ruin it by stepping on it 30 times while you're trying to pick it up. Oops. So now, you can just do all sorts of things. Let's see here. Goodbye desk, comb hair. I gained an XP. Fantastic. What else have we got? What else have we got around here? We can unleash our bird. Hey Russell, how you doing? Caw. I'm gonna miss you, buddy. Caw, caw, caw. I will feed him a cricket. You grab a cricket from your cricket bag and feed it to Russell. He coos appreciatively and nuzzles your hand. Maybe it's time for you to leave too. Or goodbye, Russell, be good. If you say goodbye, Russell, that'll be the end of it. You never see your poor bird again. Maybe it is time for you to leave too. There is a chance of interacting with him later on in the game, so we are going to release him. You open your bedroom window, not pictured, and unlatch the door to Russell's cage. He winks at you, caws one last time, and then flies away to the west. It is time to hit the trail. Sure, we'll turn it off. Goodbye, phonograph. You pull the needle away from the cylinder and stow the handle away. What a mess. Stack firewood. I will. The hearth really puts the hearth and home. You're going to miss Mom's cooking. It's Mom's pie safe. It keeps all her pies safe. It's our shelf full of souvenirs from old family vacations. Plunder those memories. You got an item, personalized gunman or shot glass, and spider ring. Rufus's room. You pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. A language I don't know and I'm not going to try and butcher. I think it is about math, maybe? Another language I'm not going to try and butcher. Although, actually, I think it's just nonsense. Nonetheless, I'm not going to try. No wonder I never know what he's talking about. Toys! It's your kid brother's toy box. Look inside. Heh, he loves stuff like this. You got item, puzzle cube. So tidy, very nice bed. It's covered with all of his weird diagrams and charts. What else have we got? We'll miss meals with the family. Nothing on the hat rack today. Your mom smiles warmly as you approach. I'm leaving now, Mom. Oh, no. First was French, second was German. But was it actual French and German, or was it fake French and German? We're going to miss you, kiddo. Oh, and before you leave, I got you a present. A present? Yep, it's the book you wanted for Crimbo. I know it's early, but... Oh, Crimbo means Christmas in this universe. The one about picking locks? Oh boy. The one about desert survival? Oh boy. Or the one about bartering? Oh boy. So, basically what it says, do we want to get the lock-picking skill? Do we want a desert survival skill that will help us with foraging? Or do we want the one for bartering, which will make buying items from various shopkeepers cheaper? What are we thinking? I think perhaps lockpicking or bartering. Bartering a locks, you agree? Alright. We'll do bartering. That's the one. Enjoy it. You got an item. Mind your meat. Please be careful out there. Write us a letter when you can. She hugs you. I will, Mum. Goodbye. Let's see, what have we got? Mind our meat. Gives you the dickering skill. Read it. You read the book from cover to cover and learn, among other things, that its cover price is way too high. You got a skill? Dick her in. After you're done reading it, you use your newfound skills to pawn it off on a wide-eyed rube for 60 meat. You gain 60 meat. Done and done. Puzzle cube. Fiddle with it. This is one of your kid brother's weird puzzles. Your brother already had it most of the way solved, but you figure out the last couple of moves. Hooray. You already solved it and you've messed it up again, it'll be messed up forever. Personalized Gun Manor shot glass. This is a personalized souvenir shot glass from Gun Manor. You're excited to use it now that you're finally old enough to drink. Gain XP when you drink booze. Your father morosely jabs at the haystack. That hat doesn't fit you, Dad, or time for me to leave, Dad? Yeah, the hat doesn't fit you. I'll grow into it. It's time for me to leave. His lip quivers a little. Listen, I want you to have this. It's your grandmother's brass knuckles. You got item, brass knuckles. Thank him. Thanks, Dad. Good luck out there. Be sure to say goodbye to your mother. I did. Goodbye, Dad. It's a haystack. Dig through it. I got an item. Needle. It's not for sewing. It's for picking locks. Says what it says on the tin. I believe there's a way to get the full 5 XP. I'm wondering what I'm missing, though. No time to screw around in the woods. Time to head west. Am I missing anything? No. Didn't miss anything in my bedroom, did I? Nope. Alright. Off we go then. Oh, I ran into my mother. Your mom raises her eyebrow. I just wanted one more hug before I leave. She smiles and hugs you again. Sorry, Mother. I will leave with dignity. Your brother Rufus is standing here looking nervous. He's pretty good at looking nervous. Give him his puzzle back. You hand him the puzzle and he starts fidgeting with it. Say goodbye. Hey, Rufus. Time for me to head west. I still don't understand why you're leaving. He's got a point, you know. Why are you going west anyway? To help people, to seek my fortune, or to get off this stupid farm? You know, fortune, I think. You know, money. There's just no opportunity here, kid. If I'm gonna make something of myself, I gotta go where I can make some meat. But it's so dangerous. 60% of the people who go west get killed within a year, and that statistic is from before the cows came home. I'll be okay. You worry about taking care of Mom and Dad, and I'll worry about me. Okay, if you say so. I still think you'll be dead by Crimbo. Thank you for that vote of confidence. I'll miss you, Rufus. Okay. You give him a playful punch on the arm and leave. All right. Go west, young man. Indeed. Indeed we do. Looks like this isn't your first rodeo. Would you like to skip the Boring Springs prologue and head straight to Dirtwater? Any horses or partners you unlocked in any previous game will be available to you, and you'll start with 979 meat and some of the more important items from Boring Springs. Since this is the first time I'm playing it for a stream, I think I'll play the prologue again. Alright, hitching a ride across the Great Plains. Shall we skip the opening credits? Admittedly, not much going on. Let's skip. We know what we're about. Alright. You just skipped a credits sequence where your character rode a turnip cart across the Great Plains and into the sleepy town of Boring Springs. Highlights of the trip included all of these wonderful people. I'm sure it was spectacular. Alright, so what are you doing? Doing something, apparently. A turnip! Get turnip. I got the item, dusty turnip. Dirt water, 300 miles that way. Absolutely not going there. Oh. I'm also going to walk into all of these cactuses on purpose. You will eventually see why. Let's see here. Trade. Step right up, Braid's the name and trade's the game. You seriously doubt that his name is Braid? Howdy, Braid. What are you trading? Well, sir, today I'm trading locks for soap and a stick of dynamite for a needle. And to this cunning Skinner who brings me 3 rattlesnake hides, well, to that adventurous soul I will trade a fine silver pocket watch. I do not currently have soap. I don't particularly want to trade my needle. How about some free dynamite? Sir, I must admit that you drive a hard bargain, but I find your terms acceptable. You got item, dynamite. Fantastic, it's already paying off. No trades right now, thank you. So what have we got going on? Some loose dirt. Topeka is 60 miles. Nope, you're not allowed in Topeka anymore, remember? Unfortunately, I have no idea. I have no idea what I did in Topeka. Something for another game, I'm sure. Man in a cactus suit. You approach the weird cactus man hybrid. He smiles at you. Howdy, cactus man. Howdy yourself, and the name's Bill. Cactus Bill. It is very hot in Topeka, thank you, Sifa. What happened to you, Bill? Well, to be honest, partner, I drank too much cactus beer, and it turned me into a cactus. Doc Alice warned me this would happen, but I didn't listen. And that's why they call you Cactus Bill? No, that's just a coincidence. Yeah, does it hurt? Does what hurt? You know, being a cactus. Oh, no, it's actually kind of nice. The natural fermentation processes inside the cactus part of me keep me pretty drunk most of the time. I guess it is a mite boring. Yeah, I bet. Wouldn't be so bad if I had something to read. You don't happen to have a newspaper or anything, do you? Unfortunately, no. Well, if you happen to find one, keep me in mind. Will do, Bill. Leave him. Leave him to his standing. Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. Sorry, Bill. Doc Alice's is closed. Sheriff? Sheriff, what you got going on? Howdy, stranger. Welcome to Bourne Springs. I'm the sheriff in these parts. The what? He sighs. The sheriff, okay, blasted sign painters. So you wouldn't happen to be looking for work, would you? Depends on the work. Well, how does this grab you? There's a gang of hoodlums around here what call themselves the Fricker Gang. Last time I arrested one of them, they busted him out and took my cell door with them. Well, it ain't much good without the door. And I need somebody tough, smart, and or slick to go fetch it back for me. Why don't you do it? You're the sheriff, after all. I gotta stay here and practice my chair tipping. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Funny you should say that, because I'm sending the deputy along with you to keep you out of trouble. He takes a pistol out of his desk and hands it to you. You got item, deputy pistol. Deputy? You deputized a gun? You're new in town, maybe you ain't noticed, but there ain't much to do here except drink. Here, let me write down where the Fricker Gang's hideout is for you. He makes a little note on your map. You discovered new location, the Fricker Gang's hideout. Got it. I'll be back with the door. Alright. Wanted. Bimmy Fricker for face thieving. Reward 420 meat. Meat is the currency in this game. Help wanted. Wanted poster artist apply in person at the Yuma Marshal's office. Wanted for bird theft. Naked Mike Bernstein. Reward 200 meat. Ooh, wait, hang on. Glass. There's a dirty mug here. Grab it. You got an item, recovered mug. Alright, let's go to the bar. As you walk into the saloon, the crazy-eyed guy sitting to the left of the door shrieks and waves at you to get your attention. Hey, what's your habit, dagnabbit? Well, you can't drink in here without a hat. Tain't proper. He points to the take a hat, leave a hat box next to the door. Check out the box. You look through the hat box and find a sturdy-looking Stetson. Looks like something you'd wear. Grab it. You got item, 4-gallon hat. You grab the hat and put it on. Thanks, Pete. Thanks, Pete. He gives you a friendly, if somewhat twitchy nod. Say, feller. Yes? You heading west? If you want some company, I'd be more than happy to come along. Just let me know. Well, no pressure. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. You walk up to the bar and wait patiently for the bartender to notice you. While you're waiting, you see a sign taped to the back of the wall reading, Reward for lost mugs, 25 meat each. Keep waiting. Bartender finally notices you. Howdy, cowboy. Howdy, barkeep. Name's Di. What brings you to our little backwater? Ask about the work. We might be spitooning. Hang on a second. Oh, the usual. I came out west to make my fortune. Not having much luck so far, though. Any work around these parts? Unfortunately, Boiling Springs already has more people in it than jobs. It's more of an errand town if you catch my meaning. If you're looking for a real job unmentioned, I'd recommend taking the railroad people up by Dirtwater. Ask about Dirtwater. Dirtwater is interesting. It's far enough west that it's still more or less exempt from the rule of the law, but not so far west that it's been burned to the ground by the damned cows. Lots of opportunity there. She pauses for a few seconds, lost in thought. Yep, if I were a younger woman, I'd probably head that way myself. Ask about the railroad. The railroad? The Manifest Destiny Railroad Company, from back east. They're trying to run a line to Frisco and having a heck of a time doing so. And they're hiring? Oh, I reckon they're always hiring for one thing or another. Big company, that. You mentioned errands? Yeah, this forsaken burg is always falling apart in one way or another. The hostler's always needing help since he hurt his leg, and that no-account sheriff could certainly stand to have somebody doing his job for him. Anything else? Well, I got a goblin loose in the basement. Some cowpoke in from the gulch didn't wipe his boots off and got spores everywhere. I could probably handle a goblin. Much obliged. I'll unlock the basement door for you. Oh, and you'll need this. You got item, weak fungicide. I'll take care of it. Now, yes, before we talk about the spittoon, just thought I'd say howdy. Before we talk about the spittoon, are we gonna kill the goblin? We could befriend the goblin. Do we want to kill him? Do we want to make goblins enemies? Or possibly have a rapport with them? Something to think about while I talk to all these other people. See, that guy's sleeping. These two are playing poker, or at least trying to. They keep looking back and forth from their hands to the how to play poker card that came with their deck, biting their lips and concentrating real hard. Can I play? They look at you nervously. Look, I have some meat. Let's play. You put 20 meat on the table, sit down before they can say no. One of them shuffles the cards sloppily and deals a new round. You get a pair of 10s, plus a 2, a 3, and a king. Bet conservatively. I bet 10 meat. They squint at their hands for a moment, and each slowly pushes 10 meat to the middle of the table. Okay, read 'em and weep. You show your pair of 10s, plus 2, 3, king. The guy on the left has a full house, 2 jacks and 3 aces, and the gal on the right somehow got a straight flush, 2 through 6 and hearts. I win. You explain the jacks are worth 9 points each, giving the guy on the left a total of 21 points, to the gal on the right's 20, and yours 25 plus a king. They squint at the rules again, but eventually shrug and nod at you. You collect your winnings and stand up. They thank you for helping them learn the game. Should probably befriend the goblins, but I don't know if I want to bring Gary. That's fair. Not necessarily having to bring Gary as the companion. But, you know, maybe we don't kill him. Maybe we befriend him. Then again, as a non-genderless being of matter that he is, I do feel a certain kinship towards him. No, I don't want to talk to the bartender. I want to talk to the person next to him. Howdy, I'm Di. Howdy, Di, I'm Horace. Nice to meet you. What do you do? I'm the town hostler. I don't know what that is. I'm the town horse selling guy. Gotcha. How's that working out for you? Oh, the horses are just flying out the door. So business is booming. Nice. No, I mean the horses keep running away. I haven't sold one in ages. Oh. Is that why you're here drinking instead? Yep. And me being in here drinking instead of watching the horses is probably why they keep escaping. One of those vicious circle things. Well, I am in need of a horse. Do you have any left? One. Kind of a boring one, but it's got 4 legs and a back to sit on. Come see me at the stable and I'll be happy to show it to you. Okay. The woman glares at you. You should probably just leave her to drink. And leave him alone. Pile of old newspapers. Take one. You got Boiling Springs Gazette, April 20th, 1895. What else have we got? Ooh, no, get back down there. A crate of Nurse brand whiskey, good for whatever. Grab a bottle. I guess we never established your age. Good thing the legal drinking age here is can reach the top of the bar. You got item, Nurse brand whiskey. B.S. Horsery. Horses 1,000 meat. Afternoon, sir. What can I do for you? How's business? Oh, you know, every day I'm hustling. Tell you the truth, though, it's pretty terrible. All of my horses keep running away, well, except for this completely ordinary one. That's rough. Maybe I can help. Oh, God, yes. Thank you, please. I'd go fetch them myself. Except for this injury, I'll give you 300 meat each for finding them. How many are there? 3. Here, let me see your map. They pretty much always run away to the same places. He draws 3 little pictures on your map. You discovered a new map location. Oriole Mine, Boring Springs Boneyard, and Thousand Snakes Gulch. Why these places? I think they like environments that are thematically appropriate. Here, when you find one, feed it some of these oats. That should send it back here. You got an item, bag of homing oats. How does that work? They're special pigeon-infused oats. Okay, will do. See you later. Gonna take a quick sip of water here. That's a lot of talking to do. Now, might we be lucky enough to find a needle in some haystacks? We are! I got 1 needle. Hang on. And I got 2 needles. Fantastic. Oh, and I believe I did not have a chance. I found this mug. Much obliged. You hand in the recovered mug and collect your bounty. You gain 25 meat. Who's the lady drinking whiskey out of a beer mug? That's Susie. She's a rancher from nearby, real tough broad. I ain't recommend you pester her. Why's that? Lost her whole family to a cow attack recently. Got some pent-up frustrations about it. Ouch. So that is Susie, the sad woman out for revenge. Crazy Pete, Goblin in the basement, and then we also have a nurse, well, a doctor, who we could befriend. And we will do the spittoon. We will do the spittoon in honor of Markiplier, who loved the spittoon more than anyone ever could. It is a spittoon. People spit into it. You know without even looking in there that it is absolutely disgusting. Look into it. Yes, it's full of spit. Regular spit, gross tobacco spit, chewing gum. And it looks like a few teeth as well. It is disgusting, and the smell. Even from a distance, it smells horrible. Look closer. You are now on your hands and knees peering into a filth-encrusted spittoon. I don't understand what is wrong with you. Wait, is there something shining at the bottom? Get it. You reach your hand towards the spittoon. Even before you touch it, you can feel the grossness in the air, like a greasy fog enveloping the stinking brass whore. It smells like the vomit trout at a mesquite barbecue eating contest. You hesitate. Never surrender. You plunge your hand into the awful soup. It makes a sound like glop. Your skin is burning, your eyes start to water. Search. Your fingers make contact with something. You pull your hand out of the devil's turn slowly, not daring to risk splashing the contents all over yourself. You appear to have gotten some kind of ring. Probably some kind of disease as well. Congratulations. You got item, nasty ring. Woo! Woo for disgustingness. Good job. Alright. What have we got with our item? What have we got? What have we got? So we have the spider ring, which attracts spiders. Don't think we want that. We have the... Where's the nasty ring? Oh, we equipped the nasty ring. Though getting this ring was traumatic, you have to admit that it was worth it. It gives us +1 on the 3 main skills. And that's all we have so far. We can go give this newspaper to... Cactus Bill. 1 second. You give him the newspaper you found in the basement of the saloon. Much obliged, partner. Now let's see here. What can I do to return the favor? Oh, I know. My shovel. I left it behind the outhouse at Orehole Mine. It's yours if you go and get it. I'm sure you'll find a use for it. You gain 3 XP. Yeehaw, skill up, muscle level 2. Thank him. Behind the outhouse at Orehole Mine. Got it. Thanks, Bill. Don't mention it. Now, if you could just kind of stick that newspaper to my face before you leave. Stick the newspaper to him. Fantastic. Look at him go. He will have exactly 2 pages to read for the rest of eternity. We did well there. We did very well. Alright, let's go exploring on our map. He mentioned the shovel at Orehole Mine, so let's go there. Why not? Look behind the outhouse, and we got item shovel. Hey, he wasn't kidding. Not that this would have been a funny thing to kid about, I suppose. The outhouse definitely does not bear closer scrutiny. There's still some meat ore in this cart. Dig through it. Gain 65 meat. What else we got? Ooh, we got a mug. We got item recovered mug. Examine the controls for the cargo elevator. The mechanism is labeled Cargo Elevator Control. A poster on the wall behind reads Level 1, Blasting Cap Storage, Level 2, Plungers, in parentheses, both kinds, Level 3, Tools. Where do you want to send the cargo elevator? For now, we leave it alone. What else we got? Anything? Anything? Dig through for some meat. You find a disgusting chunk of meat, or you got an item unrefined meat nugget. Yes, for those who are unaware, the currency in this world is meat, and that is because you mine it. What that says about what kind of planet we're living on, I don't really want to think about too hard. This looks dangerous. At least there's no plunger hooked up to it. Let's see here. So I suppose we'll go down to level 2 then to pick up plunger. Or should I just go to the bottom of the hill? Oh, I'll take one. We got an item, detonation plunger. I got the plunger. Fighting against your instincts for self-preservation, you hooked up a plunger and strung it at a fair distance away. crates are all labeled blasting caps. The period is part of that label. That's why it's inside the crates like that. Dang it, looks like you're gonna need a crowbar to pry one of the crates open. Big tools. It's a toolbox, but it's locked. Use a needle. Consume it. Consume the needle. You managed to unlock the toolbox, but the needle is ruined in the process. Most of the tools inside are rusted away to nothing, but there is a pretty nice crowbar. You got item, crowbar. Fantastic. Alright, grab one. You pry one of the crates open with your crowbar and grab a blasting cap. You got item, blasting cap. Add a blasting cap. Okay, you have succeeded in putting yourself in grave danger. Press the plunger! Well done us. Well done us. In we go. Meat ore, we gain 65 meat. Good score us. And there's a hole! Dig it. We got a silver nugget. You see the dark horse? Barely. Approach her. Hey there, girl. It's okay. I'm a friend. Winnie. The horse shies away from you, though in this case it's more like cripplingly introverted away from you. Reassure her. Oh, come on, don't be like that. Look, I brought some oats for you. They aren't poison or anything. In retrospect, I guess that wasn't a very comforting thing to say. Pat her on the nose. As you reach out to pat her nose, the horse ducks and steps further back into the shadows. Oh, come on. Nay. Feed her the oats. You take a handful of oats out of the bag and hold them out to the horse. Here you go. Yum yum. Snort. She sidles away from you warily and makes a surprisingly good attempt at hiding in her own shadow. Come on, please. Eat the oats yourself. You take a handful from the bag and toss them in your mouth. Ugh, it's like the roughest, blandest breakfast cereal you've ever eaten. Still, it's better than dry cat food, don't ask. You smile to show the horse that you're fine and realize that you've unconsciously turned around and walked out the door. Geez, those are powerful. The horse looks at you warily as you re-enter with a cheerful wave. See? Perfectly fine. Feed her the oats. Okay, pat her on the nose this time. The horse hunches her shoulders and seems to shrink slightly as you pat her nose, but she doesn't actually flee. So that's something. There's a good girl. Winnie? Feed her the oats. The horse finally seems relaxed enough around you, so you offer her a handful of the oats. Warily, begrudgingly, she eats them. Then she gestures at something behind you. You turn to look around, but don't see anything. When you turn back, she's gone. Well, alright then. Alright, that's one horse down. And I believe that's all we have left here. I think we've thoroughly explored it. Alright. Oh. Ooh, 41 minutes already. Going quick. Oh, goodness. Taking a break for a stretch. Oh, I need a lot of water for all this talking. Make your own damned guide to Boring Springs and its environs. That's another thing I love about this game, and all the replayability is that the locations are random. Obviously with the prologue you are getting the set locations here, but later on when you get to the bigger map, everything will open up and you have to go looking for things. Things will not be in the same order every time, and there might be some things that take a very long time to get. So it's a lot of fun that way. Let's go to Boring Springs Boneyard. Our founder, Zephaniah Boring, 1806 to 1885. He was actually a really interesting guy. Recovered mug. Benjamin Crockett, 1320 to 1364. He showed up way too early. Beauregard Skeleton, Captain 3rd Cavalry, 1820 to 1866. Dig up the grave, aka fight. Let's do it. Let's get some XP. We got the jump on him. He has 20 HP. We have... Muscle will increase by 2. Let's get beefy! And then 8 to 9 damage. Oof. Ah, he only does 4. Piddly. Piddly, he wishes. He wishes. Let's go. What for? And one more time. Death to you. Go back where you came from. Victory! Our first victory. Feels good. We gain 12 XP. Yeehaw skill up. Grit level 2. You got item Old Cavalry Saber, and you got item Gold Tooth. Gold Tooth. Fantastic. We'll jump for joy at that. We can also have some death. We can also have some death here. Seafoam, don't you even worry. I'm going to bring so much death. Skeleton. There. A skeleton. You're not getting past it without a scuffle. A scuffle it is. Only 10, even worse. Let's get beefy! And some knocks to ya. Ah! One hit and they're down. Yeehaw skill up glamour level 2. Ghost horse! In a second. Timothy Cochran, 1855 to 1895, devoted husband. Elizabeth Cochran, 1887 to 1895, beloved daughter. Silas Cochran, 1895 to 1895, a baby. And Ghost Horse. Your pulse quickens as you can hear the spooky, translucent horse. Approach her. You approach the weird, semi-transparent horse cautiously so as to not startle her, though you quickly come to the realization that this is not a horse that startles easily. Hello there, I'm a friend. Are you okay? Nay. That's a little strange. How did you do that without opening your mouth? Pat her on the nose. You pat the horse's nose, which is very cold. If you were going to ride her, you would want an extra saddle blanket to keep your butt from absolutely freezing. Feed her the oats. You hold out a handful of oats for the horse, but she sort of just stares right through you. Brr. Please don't look at me like that. Snort. Pat her on the nose again. Yep, still cold. Still cold, still cold, still cold. You get the idea. Try the oats again. You hold the oats out again, but the horse continues to ignore them. What's the matter? Are they not spooky enough? I'm not sure how to make oats spooky. I guess I could put some bone meal on them. But I don't have any of that handy to grind up the bones with. Grave dirt, perhaps? Winnie. Is that a yes? Oh, weird. Okay. Add some grave dirt to the oats. You sprinkle the oats with just a little bit of grave dirt and hold them out again. The horse gazes expressionless at them and then eats them. Nay. And with that, she glides away in the direction of town. Bizarre. I should get the ghost horse. I'm debating between the ghost horse and the shadow horse. Because the ghost is nothingness, like me. But the horse is made of darkness, like me. It's a very close contest. Regardless, I don't think we want the next one that we're going to get. Which is Thousand Snakes Gulch. One of these rocks is really shiny. Grab it, we got item, shiny rock. Fantasticus. Alright, snake. This snake looks sleepy, but not that sleepy. Going to fight it. And get beefy. And some knocks for ya. Ha. 'Twant nothing. 'Twant nothing. We gain 3 XP. Progress toward next skill up 4 of 10. You have slain a snake. Before long, they'll call you Snake Murder and die. Because of my specific choice, that sounds like Snake Murder and die. You like it? Yeah, right. Alright, another snake. I guess it's not called One Snake Gulch. Directions to live by. Ah yes, you start your morning with snake, lunch you murder, and then in the afternoon you die, and you do the whole thing over again the next day. Oh! He's faster than me. How dare you, sir? How absolutely dare you. And you poisoned me. How dare you. We're going to get beefy. And then... oh, we're gonna punch you. We're gonna punch you so hard. How dare you bite me? I'm not biteable. Not biteable at all, I'm too tough. Victory! You made short work of that long snake. Alright, this snake looks really angry. You're gonna need every trick in the book to beat this one. I'm good at tricks. Again! Oh, minus 3 HP. Goodness, and a poison? That's fine, we're gonna get beefy. And we're gonna smack you. Smack you right upside the head. More of a body shot, but really your whole body is your head, so it's fine. And get you again. Oh, come on. Come on. Alright, one more. One more. There you go. Dead. Gain 9 XP, yeehaw skill up, gumption level 2. Nice work. If the whole cowboy thing doesn't work out, you could always get a job as a snake exterminator. Yep. Alright, crazy horse. Anything else? Anything else? Nope. Alright. This horse has gone snake crazy. Or maybe he was some other kind of crazy before. Approach him. Hey there, boy. Hey, fella. I'm a friend, okay? It's cool, alright? Be cool. Don't freak out on me. Winnie? Look him in the eyes. You calmly look the horse in the eyes. One of them is fixed in a glassy 1,000-yard stare, and the other is revolving madly in its socket, like he's thinking of trying to escape in every direction simultaneously. He looks to be calming down a little, though, now that it's clear that you aren't actually made of spiders. Pat his nose. You carefully and gently pat the horse's nose. He twitches a bit. Okay, a lot, but seems to recognize that you aren't going to eat his eyes, or suck out his soul, or whatever madness is bouncing around in that horse skull of his. That's a good boy. Erner. Feed him the oats. Are you hungry, boy? I've got a little treat for you. Snurf. You feed the crazy horse some of the homing oats and it gallops away with a whinny. Or rather a Hopefully he's headed home and not into the 12th dimension. Cool. Alright, we've done that. Should we do the Fricker Gang hideout? And just try to get everything out of the way before going back to the town? I think so. I think that's probably the best bet. Oh, water break real quick. Yes? You say yes? Alright, we'll do that. Thud Fricker, the Fricker Gang's interpreted lookout, appears to be taking a little nap. Important distinction here. We could wake him up, ignore him, or just shoot him. This will change the outcome of the game. What should we do? I think ignore him. You want to wake him up? Alright, we'll wake him up. You poke Thud with your boot. He slowly gets to his feet. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. Thud is, well, let's say he's no Rhodes Scholar if we assume that it's 7 years from now and that idiom makes sense. You feel bad about the idea of killing him. Let's fight Thud or walk away, Thud. I think walk away. Unless we... Do we want Do we want to add humans to the death list? We're going the pacifist route. We're going to walk away. Alright, we'll do the pacifist route. Walk away, Thud. Thud, you don't want this life. Take a hike. It gives you more options later. That's fair. Okay, you're probably right. Thud stumbles off into the desert. He'll probably be fine. You got a perk. Honorable. Honorable options will be available in some situations. Okay, there we are. A mug flower, or a beer barrel cactus. It requires fortune, which I don't have because I have Dickerin. It's a pile of random stuff the Fricker gang stole. Finders keepers. You gain 25 meat, a recovered mug, and a pair of silver cufflinks. What else we got? What else we got? Ooh, hang on. One of the Fricker boys is dozing in a bathtub. Tie him up. Psst, can you pass the soap or don't disturb him? The trade guy mentioned wanting soap, so I think we'll do the soap. He mumbles and hands you a bar of soap before sinking deeper into both sleep and the tub. You got item, bar of soap. Cool. You cautiously approach the Fricker gang. They're pretty engrossed in their poker game, so it doesn't actually require that much caution. You hide behind a barrel and eavesdrop on their conversation for a while. The one with the eye patch is quiet, but you gather that his name is Snipe and that the squirrely one is his brother Wimpy. What's your play here? Approach them and talk, or leave without alerting them? Leave without alerting them. Can we... Yeah, let's time up. Time up. You grab a nearby length of rope and carefully tie his hands together and then to the handles of the tub. The sheriff can come collect them later. Let sleeping bandits lie. Shall we approach these two and let them talk or leave? What do we think? Approach! Howdy, boys, deal me in. The one without the eye patch raises an eyebrow at you. Who are you? How'd you get past Thud and Soapy? What do you want? It's Bimmy! Your brother. He squints at you. Bimmy? You ain't Bimmy. I am so Bimmy, I stole some Rupe's face. You always did have a knack for face rustling. What's new, Bimmy? We gotta get out of here, and fast. The Pinkertons are onto us, and they'll be here any minute. Dagnabbit, come on, Snipe, let's hightail it. I'll catch up. Wimpy nods. He and Snipe hurriedly pack up their belongings and flee the cave. You congratulate yourself on your attentiveness, memory, and strong interpersonal skills. You gain 10 XP and Yeehaw skill up Mysticality level 2. Let's grab that door and skedaddle. Yeah, we got a recovered mug. A pile of the Fricker's ill-gotten gains of 50 meat. And the cell door. Sheriff's cell door. Anything else good? Anything else good? Nope. Alright. Back we go. Let's see here. Oh, hang on. We can now shovel the poop. The horse manure. Let's do that. Quick XP. Woohoo! Skill up, grit level 3. And we can shovel this little spot here. And we got a recovered mug. Howdy. I'll trade this soap for a lock. Braid, though you really don't think his name is actually Braid, takes your soap and hands you a lock. You got item, lock. I see the Fricker gang hasn't put a stop to your breathing. Did you rescue my cell door? You hand the sheriff his door, and he hangs it back on its hinges. Nice work, stranger. This here prison cell just got about 4 times more secure. Are there any Fricker boys left for me to round up? Yeah, there's 1 or 2 that are asleep on the job. I'll round him up shortly. Looks like I owe you a reward. He produces a big bag of meat. You gain 400 meat. Got another little task for you if you got the time. Should be a lot simpler than the last one. What you need? Well, the frickers busted the lock when they took the door. Gonna need a new lock. I just so happen to have one. You hand the sheriff a lock. That'll do nicely. The sheriff puts the lock on the cell door and then accidentally drops the key and it clatters into the cell. Hellfire. Don't suppose you know how to pick a lock, stranger. You got a needle handy? I'll see what I can do. I will pick the lock. I unlocked your cell for you. The sheriff walks into the cell and picks up the key. He looks around for a place to hide it and eventually sticks it under his hat. Thank you kindly, stranger. If Bourne Springs ever gets any more criminals, they better watch out. That's a good job you done. Don't mention it. Here, as this souvenir of your time in Bourne Springs, you got item replica sheriff badge. Thanks, sheriff. Shall we equip that? Do we have that already? I don't know. Ah, it's already on. Fantastic. Okay. Let's go sell these mugs. You hand in the recovered mugs and collect your bounty, 125 meat. Susie. The woman glares at you. Are you Susie Cochran? How'd you know my last name? I saw the graves in the cemetery. I'm sorry for your loss. Susie scowls bitterly and mutters into her whiskey. Saw it happen, saw the whole damn thing and couldn't do nothing about it. The bartender said it was cows? Cows, right. Don't know what those things are, but they ain't cows. Not anymore. What happened? It was a raid. See, Ma and Pa used to ranch cattle back before they came home. Pa didn't make it, but Ma and I managed to rebuild. We ranched pigs instead, and she left me the place when she passed. Go on. Well, I guess a passing herd sniffed out that I used to be a cow ranch and they attacked. A couple of days ago. Happened so fast I didn't even have time to get my rifle out of the gun safe. Cows smashed in the front door and a fire started out back of the root cellar. House went up in blazes just like that. What did you do? There wasn't anything I could do. Couldn't get upstairs to the kids because of the fire, and I saw Tim trampled right in front of me. She drains the glass. I ain't want to talk about it anymore. Sorry. She refills her mug from a bottle on the bar and doesn't reply. What we do now? Head west, I suppose. Nothing keeping me here, no desire to stay. Can't leave without my rifle, though. Why not? It was Ma's rifle. It's all I got left of anybody. Where is it? Left it at the ranch like a damn fool. Listen, can I ask you a favor? I need someone to go get it for me. Yeah, I'll go get it. And we discovered the Cochran Ranch. What else is there? What else? We did the sheriff. Can we... Nope. Can't talk to her yet. I forget when we need to unlock the doctor. The jaunty piano music over that sad story is pretty weird. The horses? Yeah, we'll do the horses. Don't know how you spotted her hiding that mine, but thanks for sending back my dark horse. You gain 300 meat. Sure thing. Looks like my pale horse made it back safe. Thanks for your help. You gain 300 meat. And thanks for finding my crazy horse. He was eating loco weed again, wasn't he? You gain 300 meat. Not that I noticed. That's all of them. I can't thank you enough. Here's a little extra for you. You gain 100 meat. Thanks. Afternoon, sir. What can I do for you? Oh, right. This unlocks the doctor. You said something earlier about an injury. Yeah, I busted my knee while mucking out the showroom. Don't ask how. It's embarrassing. I was gonna get Doc Alice to have a look at it, but she gave up doctoring. Why'd she do that? Nobody knows. She just shut herself up in her office, said she wouldn't talk to anyone except Nurse Whiskey. Is that an actual nurse, or... Pretty sure she was just being sarcastic. I see. But we do have the bottle of Nurse Whiskey. Yes! I got the perk of Mostly Scabs. So we have all sorts of perks that we can get throughout the game by things we do. Mostly Scabs is plus 5 maximum HP. You've been poked by so many cactuses that your body has built up an entire extra set of skin capillaries just to deal with the constant tiny puncture wounds. Good job, us. Also honorable, you've got a strong moral compass and an accurate ethical protractor. And when you were a child, you wanted to walk so badly, and you finally have. Offer whiskey. Whiskey delivery for you, Doc. What brand? Nurse Whiskey. Your favorite, I'm led to believe? Didn't know she makes house calls. Alright, hold on. You hear a rattle as she unlocks the door. Enter the house. Doc Alice looks to be about in her 50s. Her hair is graying and her face is lined, but her eyes are still clear and sharp, if bloodshot. She holds out her hand. She's described perfectly. Spitting image. Whiskey, stat. Give it to her. She cracks open the whiskey and fills a small flask she takes out of her pocket. Then she puts the flask back in her pocket and starts chugging out of the bottle. Geez, Doc, that doesn't seem healthy. Who's the doctor here, me or you? Okay, point taken. This vanity doesn't look like it's seen much use. Preen a little. Fantastic. You grab a pair of tweezers and pluck some of your more unsightly eyebrows. Not eyebrow hairs, eyebrows. I have so many. This entire visage is all eyebrow. I fooled you all along. I'm not actually made of shadow. I am made of eyebrow. Family trait, yes indeed. Hey Doc, can I look at your books? Sure, if you want to, not that they're gonna do you much good in this doom-forsaken hellhole. You should try being less cheerful, Doc. Check out the books. You survey the books on Alish's shelf. They're all medical textbooks except for a few. Leaf through The Legend of Curly's Meat. The book tells the story of a legendary treasure, a massive chest full of premium meat, secreted in the hidden sense, not in the extruded sense, in the western desert by an old cowhand named Curly Butterfield. Leaf through The Life and Works of Fred Ferguson. This book purports to be a Civil War surgeon's autobiography, but flipping through it, you mostly just find lists of reasons that drinking alcohol is bad. So it's actually a work of ludicrous speculative fiction. Ha! At least there are some useful appendices on the back and some diagrams of appendices. I gained 3 XP. Leaf through The Goblinoid Tongues. You start flipping through the Goblin language book. It's confusing at first, but you eventually get so engrossed that by the time you take a break from reading, several blurfs have passed you, and you also know that blurf is the goblin word for hour. You've learned to speak Goblin, sort of. You gain a perk, Goblin Tongue. Make like a tree and leaf. The stove is spotless. Either she's compulsive about cleaning or she never cooks. Wow, shouldn't this TNT be further away from the fireplace? Alright. Quick water break. Doc Alice continues to pour whiskey down her neck, occasionally stopping to breathe. Is everything alright? That depends on how fast I can get this whiskey into my bloodstream compared to how fast my liver filters it out. And I can't dock and drink at the same time, so... She glares at you meaningfully. What's the matter, Doc? What's the matter? The whole world's gone to hell in a horse cart and you ask what's the matter. Bandits, cow demons, dead men walking. Why don't you go ahead and pick one and I'll drink to that? Dead men walking? You haven't seen it? Corpses and skeletons staggering around like puppets with half their strings cut, looking to take a bite out of the living? Oh, yes, there was a skeleton in the cemetery. It's nice to get some outside confirmation that I'm not losing my damn mind. But how is that even possible? It isn't possible. It goes against everything I know about medicine. Dead patients don't get back up. Patients! Ah. Ouch. Doc Alice turns away, grimacing. Every doctor loses one now and again. You never get used to it, but, well, it happens. But what doesn't happen is them coming back up afterward and looking for revenge. That must be pretty rough. Rough? Buddy, I don't think you comprehend the situation. It's not just patients. It's neighbors, friends, husbands. Ah. Indeed. She turns away from you and focuses her attention back on the bottle. Alright, let's go to the Cochrane Ranch. Cochrane Ranch, established 1891. All the water in this trough has boiled away. Susie's ranch house is burned to the ground. Cactuses. Outhouse is the only thing still standing. Anything else? Nope. Alright. Something behind this door is making some pretty awful noises. Go through it anyway. Looks like somebody was in the middle of fixing a knife. Grab it. You got item, varmint skinning knife. These pies were not safe. This thing looks angry. You're not gonna make it to that safe without dealing with it. So we deal with it. Alright, we are going to get beefy. Brass knucks. Oh, they ain't no thing. They ain't no thing. 3 burn damage, I don't give a damn. Victory! Press any key to continue. Poor pies. I know, poor pies. Tough customer, level 2. Poor pies. Never saw it coming. Alright, it's the Cochrane's family gun safe. Grab Susie's rifle. You got item, Susie's rifle. And I believe that's it. Don't believe there's anything else here. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. I think that'll do it. Alright. Back we go. You found my rifle yet, stranger? Yep, here she is. Susie's eyes well up with tears as you hand her the rifle, and she roughly scrubs her sleeves across her face before any of them spill over. Thanks, stranger. I didn't catch your name. I'm Di. Thanks, Di. Can't rightly say what this means to me. She looks at the rifle for a long moment, then looks back up at you. She sighs. Well, that's enough wallowing in misery. Time for me to hit the road. If you want me to tag along when you head west, you just say the word. Sounds good, Susie. And let's go talk to the goblin. The goblin shouts, I'm Gary. Hi, Gary. Hi. Hi, hello. Hello, I am Gary. Who are you? I'm Di. Hello, hello, Di. Good to meet you. What Di doing down here? Oh, you know, I'm just looking around. Hey, hey-oh! Gary likes to looking too. Gary now looking for way out of this dump. Gary not having much luck, though. Where are you trying to go, Gary? High away and far up for popping. Popping and then new Gary everywhere. Everywhere, everywhere. Settle down, Gary. Gary doesn't like to settling. Gary wants to traveling and popping. If Di going far up and high away, maybe taking Gary with you? Huh? I'll think about it. You already plumbed the depths of this spittoon in your own depravity. You should be ashamed of yourself. Sorry. Okay. Is there anything else for us to do? I don't think so. So let's see, we have the brass knucks, which is 4 to 5 damage. Varmint skin and knife 4 to 5 allows you to collect skin from beasts after combat. Old cavalry saber is 5 to 6. I think we'll go with that one instead. No shame to the brass knucks. But, you know. Okay. Is there anything for the offhand? I don't think so. Shall we go? Is there anything left to do? I think we completed the tutorial. Sell stuff to Pete. Thank you. What do you say, Pete? Who, me? Well, heck, I say all kinds of things. For instance, I've been mining these mountains longer and a left-handed widow can whistle a Dixie. Uh-huh. Pete takes a swig of the whiskey. Pete notices the shiny rock you're carrying, and his wild eyes light up. That there is a rat shiny rock you got there, stranger. I'll give you 7 meat for that rock. Alright, sell it to him. Here you go. He grabs the rock and sticks it in his belt pouch, grinning. Thank you kindly. Pete notices this nugget of silver you found earlier. I'll take that old silver nugget off your hands if you like. Give you 81 meat for it. Sell the nugget. Fine and dandy. Pete squints and points at the unrefined meat ore you're carrying. You ain't seen like someone got much use for unrefined ore, stranger. I'll buy it off of you for 73 meat. Sell him the meat. Pleasure doing business with you. Pete's eyes narrow as the gears in his head start to click. He fixes his gaze on you and the tick in his eyelid seems more pronounced. Listen, kid, all this stuff what I've been buying from you. You been spending time underground, ain't you? Well, you listen to old Pete's advice. You all stay out of Orhole if you know what's good for you. There's stuff down there on the 40th level that ain't worth messing with for a fella wants to keep his eyes, if you catch my meaning. Not sure I do, but thanks. Alright, off we go. We're gonna go exactly to where he told us to not go. Level 40. It's a strange black chest. Open the chest. A wave of nausea hits you as you slide the heavy lid off the chest. Inside, there is a hat. It looks evil, and not in an abstract way. It has eyes, and they look like the eyes of a murderer. And it has teeth, which look like the teeth of an animal who would be a murderer if animals understood the concept of murder. We'll leave it alone. If you were to put on the hat, it would be the nightmare difficulty level that you cannot take off, ever. So I'm not gonna do that. But I wanted to uncover it. Okay, back we go. So then is there... Okay, now is there anything left to do? Do we have to do anything still with the dog? Or is she pretty much settled? Well, we'll buy a horse. And you wanted pale horse, yes? Absurdly pale? I will sell a horse. Sure thing. I should warn you though, horses get mighty attached to their riders. Once you bought one, you won't be able to change your mind later. Which one are you interested in? I'll go with the spooky pale one. Do I think that drunk guy is just doing laps? Must be. Must be. He's always there. He's always walking. Good choice. That's a good horse. If you like that sort of thing, I'll sell it for 1,000 meat. What sort of thing? You know, spooky stuff? Spooky stuff. I don't want to get into particulars. Let's just say she sets a certain tone. Ooh, mysterious. I'll take her. Let's give her a name. What shall we call her? I know the perfect name for her. Wait, hang on. Spookums. Spookums the pale horse. I love it. I love it. Not even going to ask chat. I love it. Spookums. Adorable. I'm glad you agree. Alright then. Spookums the horse. It's got a nice ring to it. Oh, and I almost forgot. Free with every horse purchase is a complimentary map. You got items. South, east, west map. Okay. Once you leave Boring Springs, you won't be able to come back. Any unfinished business you've got will forever remain unfinished. Are you sure you're ready to leave? Do I have to ask them here, or do I ask them at the... I think I asked them there. Yes. So I haven't unlocked the doctor yet. What do I need to do to unlock the doctor? What is still in my inventory? Pair of silver cufflinks, a gold tooth. I don't know that I want to take her, but I at least want the option. I want to get her fulfilled. Doc Ellis sighs exasperatedly. What now? Do you have any idea what's causing the resurrections? Well, I heard a rumor. A rumor? What is it? It's when you get incomplete information from an unverified source. Anyway, what I heard is that there's a fella out west that's causing it. A necromancer, they call him. Supposedly he's sending magic out into the world somehow. Magic like the beanslingers use? I never heard of any beanslinger raising the dead of you. Her scowl deepens. That'd be one hell of a can of beans. What's the deal with all the TNT? It's so when I feel like I'm about to go, I can blow myself into bits so small there won't be nothing left to come back. That seems... drastic. Drastic hell. No way am I taking the risk of becoming one of those things. Fair enough, I suppose. About that necromancer. Assuming he exists, what about him? Well, maybe someone ought to try and stop him. Doc Alice gives you a sharp look. You? 'Cause I know you ain't talking about me. Why not you? A gray-haired old woman that knows as much about fighting as a squirrel knows about surgery. Did you hit your head on a bar stool, kid? You aren't that old. And if I were going to pick someone up to go against a necromancer, it'd be someone who also knows a lot about death, but in a scientific way. A doctor, right? Doc Alice stares hard at you and takes a swig from her bottle, saying nothing. And it sounds to me like you've got plenty of motivation to get the job done. For your friends and for everyone else. She continues to look at you. You can see the gears turning in her head. Beats doing nothing anyway. Beats locking yourself in a house full of TNT and drinking yourself to death. You aren't even doing any doctoring anymore. She winces and looks away, then shakes her head slowly. You seriously expect me to ride out west by myself chasing rumor? Doesn't have to be by yourself. I'm heading west too. Tag along with me, maybe we can find the guy and put a stop to him. It's crazy. Impossible. Impossible like raising the dead is impossible? Alice crosses her arms and regards you thoughtfully. A spark slowly brightens in her eyes. Alright, kid, what the hell, let's give it a shot. Cool. Alright. Alright. Off we go to the edge of the screen. Okay, yes! What, now we have to take it? Why do we have to take it? We still have options. I was just about to discuss that. So we have a couple of options. So you can do all 4 of these storylines. It's just depending on who you end up picking will be... We just talked her into it. Sure, but we also talked to other people and other things. But anyway, you can unlock all 4 of these stories that these coincide with. It's just that depending on your companion is who you're going to get more of the, more flavor to that story. So for Crazy Pete, there are things going on in the Mayans all over the world. You can discover what that all means, what that leads to, things like that. Obviously you can still do it again without the others, but he adds some extra context. Doc Alice, you can take on the Necromancer, and she feels a lot of profound feeling over stopping them. Could do it yourself, but you know, she adds to it. Susie Cochran takes on the cows from hell. The cows that came back, the demon cows. And wages war on them with you. Or you have Gary the Goblin. Does she also... I think Doc gives you healing. Yes, I believe Pete gives you meat. Susie is extra damage. Doc Alice gives you healing. And I don't remember what Gary does. I think Gary just opens up a lot of goblin encounters. Which goblins can be good. Goblins give you items. Goblins can do NPC things, little quests that you can try to do on your own, but is harder to do without someone who fully speaks Goblin. And there's a little story about the goblins getting into messes and needing help out of them. So all of that being said, who should we take with? Is your vote still on Doc Alice? Alice or Susie? I do really like both. It just depends on if you're more into the healing or more into the punchy. And we will be getting a lot of healing items that can help our party if we choose to go that route. Although, of course, conversely, you do get a lot of little extra damage items that can help out with Doc Alice. So I think instead of saying necessarily that, it would be more along the lines of, do we want to do the Necromancer route more or the Cows from Hell route more? Decisions, I know. I pick? Oh, well, I've done both of them before in other playthroughs. Mainly because I do think they're the most compelling companions to have. I did watch Markiplier play this, and he picked Gary, and that was interesting. So the only one I haven't done is Crazy Pete, but Crazy Pete also seems the least interesting to me. Perhaps if I were to do his route, I could uncover more about him and make it worth it, but no, you know, I think I agree with you. I think we'll do Doc Alice. We did talk her into it. I did specifically not want to leave until I talked her into it. And, you know, hopefully Susie can go west and settle down and find new purpose and meaning in her life. So yes, we will take Doc Alice. You knock on Alice's door and tell her it's time to go. Hit the trail. Oh, one last thing before you go. Up until this point, I've been automatically spending your experiences points for you. I'm happy to keep doing it, and I promise to give you a nice, well-rounded experience. Shall I keep it up, or would you prefer to decide for yourself where your XP gets sent? You always can change this oh, goodness. You can always change this later in the options menu. I prefer to start spending it manually. Okay, you now have the option of turning yourself into some kind of unbalanced weirdo if you so choose. Open your character screen when you want to spend XP, check your map, You consult the southeast-west map the hostler gave you. It only lists two things, the town of Dirtwater and the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company's westernmost camp. Head for Dirtwater. Alright, the first day of the rest of your life. Let's take a stretch break from that. Oh, goodness. My biscuits are burning. Whose biscuits? Alright, back at it. Oh, excuse me. It's my partner. Talk. Howdy, Doc. If we're going to look into this necromancer business, I figure we ought to start with the local cemeteries. Makes sense. Do you know where they are? Yeah, I did some research into the territory cemeteries a while back. Territory cemeteries? Territory cemeteries? To see if there was a pattern. Are you okay? Sorry. Anyway, there's one not too far from here. You discovered a new map location, the Daveyard. What do you think we should do next? Well, if you're looking to find out the lay of the land, I'd guess a railroad crew would be able to give you a fairly literal interpretation. Makes sense. Room for rent, inquire within. Spittoon! This is a spittoon, which is a sort of brass bucket that people spit into instead of spitting on the floor. Because not spitting at all is not an option in this society, I guess. I say this despite knowing that you are pretty intimately familiar with spittoons already. Sicko. Inspect it. Look, the Jewel Saloon is pretty nice as saloons go. Actual glass in the windows, more than 2 kinds of drinks, a poker room instead of a cockfighting pit. But this spittoon is still a spittoon. The rancid tobacco spit inside isn't fancy rancid tobacco spit. Inspect it. Here we go again. Alright, fine. You are now hunkered down next to a brass filth bucket, which has probably never been cleaned or emptied because you're near the desert and the ambient humidity around here is pretty low. Low enough that the spit evaporates nearly as quickly as it accumulates. So that's good, right? No, that's bad, because it's only the water part of the spit that evaporates. This brass bucket is half full of the rest of the spit, the toxins and filth that don't evaporate. Several years' worth, distilled and concentrated until it is the consistency of molasses. People aren't allowed to flick cigarette butts into the spittoon anymore because they bounce out. Search it. You're about to put your hand into a bucket of something the color and viscosity of maple syrup, except instead of maple, it's flavored with the insides of the mouth of the people who chew cigars instead of smoking them and have never brushed their teeth. Yes. Glorp. It feels like putting your hand into a bucket of lukewarm tapioca pudding. Except instead of tapioca, it's basically poisoned. It smells like someone ran over a skunk, waited a week, and then set it on fire. It feels like your hand is dissolving. Keep searching. You found something. You found a tacky, filth-covered porcelain cow figurine. A useless, disgusting thing that will make a great heirloom for your children, assuming you're still able to have any, and you hate them. You got item, filthy porcelain cow. Hooray! Gal doesn't look like she's in the mood to talk. The old man stares off into the distance, listening to the piano. Try to talk to him. Doesn't react to you at all. The piano player is not very good at his job. These guys are having a spirited discussion about guns and which of theirs is nicer. Hey, how come they're allowed to drink without hats on? Empty stage. Oh, wait, hang on. There is a cowbell. Ding, ding, ding. Cowboy noises. There's a sign that says see bartender for darts. The kitchen. What are you doing in here? Employees only, bud. Oh, sorry. I was just, you know, looking around. So you're the nosy type? Well, I prefer adventuresome. As it happens, there's something you can do for me. I'm out of saltpeter, and needs someone to go pick me up some more of it. Saltpeter? Isn't that used to make gunpowder? And other things. Look, who's the chef here? Me or you? Okay, where can I find it? Your best bet's a military camp. Because it's used to make gunpowder. Shut up. Nearest one is Fort Cowardice. They keep it in little green jars. The chef marks the fort on your map. You discovered a new location, Fort Cowardice. Okay, be right back. The shelf is full of canned and bottled ingredients and boxes of slop helper. This lady is too busy washing dishes to pay attention to you. Atop this pot-belly stove is a pot full of slop, stove-top slop pot. This is where the chef preps ingredients for cooking. It is also where he parks his beer. The man points to the sign on the counter. Slop 5 meat. Buy some slop. I don't think I need to. Not yet, anyway. Poker room. This poster says rules of poker, followed by hundreds of weird rules in tiny print. Read one of them. Any player passing out drunk at their table must immediately double their bet. There's an empty seat. No room at this table. No room at this table. I'll hold off on playing for now. They're engrossed in conversation. Leave them be. These guys must have fallen asleep during a brawl. It's my partner. I don't need to talk to her just yet. Well, howdy there. Always nice to see a new face in town. Welcome to the Jewel Saloon. Hi, thanks. I'm Di. Glad to know you, Di. Folks around here just call me Lloyd. What can I do for you? Nice to meet you, Lloyd. I saw the sign out front advertising a room. That's right. Finest rooms in the house and plenty of room for your partner, too. You interested? How much does it cost? Well, that's where you're in luck. Previous tenant was a banker fella, and he paid a month in advance, right before getting himself killed by bandits. You seem like a decent sort, so the room's yours if you want it, gratis. Well, thank you. Need help with anything? Well, if you're handy with mechanical type stuff, something's gone wrong with our piano player. I thought the music sounded a little off. Yeah, not supposed to sound like that. I'll see what I can do. Thanks, I've poked around in it myself, but I lost the key. This is suddenly taking a strange turn. Who's that old man by the piano? Oh, that's old Ellsbury. Tragic fella he is. He was a writer and a poet. Came out west to sell his stories, but nobody were buying. Too weird his stories, fantastical-like. Too bad, I love that stuff. Well, it don't matter much now anyhow. He had to get normal work to make ends meet. Did passingly well as a prospector until one day he lost his mind in a mind. You what now? You know what I mean. He saw something. Something that made him stop telling his weird tales. Made him stop talking near completely, come to that. He just stands there by the piano nowadays. Seems to calm him down, and as long as he doesn't make any trouble, I don't mind him too much. Feel a little sorry for him, to be honest. Poor fella. Can I get some darts? The sign on the dartboard said to see about darts. Ah, sorry, all the darts got broken months ago. It's disappointing. Alright, let's go see about this. Piano player. The piano player tried to fix him. You lift up the piano player's coat to reveal the hatch on his back that leads to his innards. It's locked, but it's not a good lock. Consume a needle. You open the hatch and check out the machinery inside. There's obviously something wrong, giving all the plinking and springing and clicking noises coming out of the gears and stuff. It looks pretty complicated. Well, I can't currently fix it, so we'll come back to that later. Let's see here. Dirtwater Mercantile. Hello there, welcome to Dirtwater Mercantile. Let's see here. There is a single volume from a sprawling encyclopedia of cow-punching knowledge, which could be quite useful. Get our skills up. Disposable binoculars used to discover a new map location if you can find a high vantage point. Think I'm okay for now. We have some dynamite. Plum pudding. Shovel. Food items. Okay, we have almost 1,000 meats. I think I do want to get the skill up quickly. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy that. But only that for now. Advanced Cow Punch in Volume 263. There's a chapter about situational awareness and its importance when trying to survive in a world full of demon cows. Gives Ever Vigilant a perk that increases your maximum AP by 2. There's a chapter about adapting the stampeding behaviors of demonic cattle for human use. Gives Bull Stomp a combat skill that does a small amount of damage to all of your enemies. And there is a chapter about rubbing your skin with sandpaper in order to thicken it. Gives Thick Skin a skill that increases your armor, protecting you against melee attacks. Maximum AP by 2 or Bull Stomp? Thick. Yes, thick. Thick skin. But I'm not going to pick that one up. I don't really care about my armor yet. I think I'll do Bull Stomp. I love an attack. Unfortunately, you accidentally stomped the book into dust while practicing. Aww. Alright, well, good job, us. I think we're doing good. Do I have any XP? I do not. Okay, speed 2, armor 1. I think we're doing alright. What else? Hi, I'm Die Totally Human. Any mail for me? Nope. Darn. Well, I don't suppose there would be. The clerk clears her throat. Howdy, are you the sheriff here? No, we don't currently have a sheriff. Offer to be sheriff, offer to help, offer to leave, and leave. Offer to help. Need any help until you find a new sheriff. Sure, if you're any good with a gun, there's always somebody in need of some justice. Wanted posters are back there, cells over yonder. She points behind her and off to the right, respectively. It says, Wanted, House in the Desert Gang. For mortgage non-payment, squatting, and general public nuisance. Also for murdering 2 collection agents. Last seen at the house in the desert, 500 meat reward. You wonder if the house is named after them, or if they're named after the house. In any case, at least their location is unambiguous. Want to go after them? Not right now. The poster reads, Wasted, the Stripy Hat Gang, for grand theft paint and tasteless hat vandalism. Last seen in the vicinity of Cavern Canyon. 1,000 meat reward. Interesting. Dirty, rotten paint thieves and low-down, no-fashion sense having vandals. Despicable. Want to go after them? Not just yet. And yes, there are several cells for later. Alright. A lot available. All the things I'm going to put into the town later. Not a lot past this point. I don't want to buy the flowers just yet. She is important later. I will do it, but not just yet. Spookums whinnies as you approach. Calm remain. She neighs with whispery gratitude. So, here's a question. There was a DLC released, which is Gun Manor. Originally it came out after I'd already completed the game, and it ended up being a breeze. It could work with it being a first thing to do, but if you want to go the pacifist route on it, which is the far more interesting route, it is quite tedious. So I'm thinking, do we want to do it now? Do it perhaps a little bit later, or save it for the end? What are we thinking? Do it later? I agree. And actually... I think... You know, I think we've gotten at a really good spot right now. We're an hour and 43 into the stream. We've finished the prologue completely. We have everything set up to do what we need to do. I think now is a great time to save. What do y'all think? Call it a night. Or do you want to do a little bit more? You alright with calling it? Alright. Okay then. Then let's go ahead and call it a night for now. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you're all enjoying this new game. It's very fond and dear to my heart, and it's quite fun to read all the little sayings and rediscover them, since it's been a few years now since I've played it. So I will hope to see you all tomorrow. Not quite sure what I'll be playing yet, but something of interest. But thank you so much again for joining me, and have a wonderful evening, everyone.